Cashel always claimed that his first memory was of a man in black leading a black horse. A man who, he then suspected, wanted to kill him for some reason. This occurred when he was 4 or 5 or 6 years old, he would vaguely recall, and the encounter took place when he was mooching around late one wintry afternoon in the big copse behind the cottage where he lived in County Cork, Ireland. He heard distant hunting horns and snatched her loose from the fields beyond, and then, closer to hand at the fringes of the copse, out of sight, came a thrashing and snapping of vegetation, of something sizable pushing and forcing its way through the undergrowth. For some reason, Cashel felt fear grow in him and chill his body, and then, wheeling round a substantial stand of holly, came a man leading a horse, a big, muscled, ebony stallion, huffing and blowing, its neck and shoulders clotted with a beige lather. Cashel could smell the tack and the musky, salty whiff of the horse's sweat thickening the air beneath the trees. The tall man holding the reins was in a black, knee-length coat, silver-buttoned, wearing a black top hat that made him seem even taller. His black riding boots were polished to a bright glossiness, with small, blunt silver spurs, Cashel noticed. This was Death, Cashel thought, so he claimed, come to seek him out. Or the man in black was the devil himself. But it wasn't Death and it wasn't the devil. It was a man leading an exhausted horse through a wood, a square-jawed man with a wide moustache, tobacco brown. "What's your name, little boy?" he asked.
"I'm Cashel, sir."
"Where do you live, Cashel?"
"In the cottage on Glanmire Lane."
"Ah, do you now?" The man stared intently at him from his great height and reached out his free hand as if to touch his face, or catch me by the throat, Cashel thought, and strangle me dead. But then the stallion stamped its feet and whinnied, tugging at the reins the horseman held in his gloved left hand. "He lost a shoe, so I can't hunt," the man said reasonably, as if he owed Cashel an explanation. "I'll give that bastard farrier a kick up the arse, all right." He pronounced the word arse. His accent was strange, Cashel noted. The same as the girls who lived in Stillwell Court. English voices. They didn't speak in the same way as he did or the other people he knew.
"Yes, sir."
"You'd better cut along home, Cashel, old chap," the man went on. "The hunt's coming through and they might take you for a fox."
"Yes, sir."
Cashel turned and pelted breathlessly home to the cottage, where he lived with his Aunt Elspeth. He found her in the scullery peeling potatoes.
"I've just seen the devil,"
he said, trying to control his panting, and described the man in black with the wide moustache leading the giant horse and the strange accent he had. "Don't be so silly," his aunt said, drying her hands briskly on her apron.
"That'd be one of Sir Guy's friends over from England for the hunting. Don't be a gomeril. The devil's not coming for you yet. No, no."
She laughed quickly to herself.
"He's got plenty more work to do before he comes looking for you, Cashel Greville."
She heaved him up into her arms. She was a tall, strong young woman, kissed his cheek and took him into the parlour to look out of the window onto the lane. 6 hunters were cantering heedlessly down it, great clods of mud thrown up, spattering from the horses' hooves.
"He was nice to you, this man in the top hat? Was he a nice man?"
"I don't know."
"Did he ask your name?"
"He did." "Did you tell him?"
"Yes."
"Right, good."
"And he asked me where I lived."
"And did you tell him that?"
"I did."
She set him down on the tiled floor.
"Was I wrong to tell him, Auntie? Come along and have your tea."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.